Okay, everybody, welcome back to CashCast Episode 2. We actually have Donald G. Trump here today, and this is our second episode. We actually have um, multiple people here today, and in the left, that is 103. I will be addressing him as 103, and in the black suit is 102. They are both the head of the security department for Mr. Donald Trump. Donald Trump is right there in the center. And then we have our assistant head of security for Group 6 security. Okay, we will all be talking to them today. Keep in mind that this is not at all in any way, shape, or form actually relating to the real life Donald Trump. This is just a GTA 5 roleplay server. Okay, um, so with that being said, let's get right on into this. All right, guys. All right. So I just got everything set up, made sure that everything is known. So let's get this started off. Mr. Trump, nice to meet you. We met before, but this is the start of the podcast. Um, you watched our podcast before, the first episode, okay, and now you're on the second episode of it, and we are live. What was your opinion of the first episode?
I
The,
actually, I was actually out of town. I was in another state. I was visiting with some family friends for Christmas and everything. I came back a little early so I can get on one of these podcasts with you here. But I loved the way that you put everything inside the podcast. The podcast was lovely.
Thank you.
I listened to it about 3 or 4 times myself to make sure that everything was good, and it actually sounded very great. Let me give you that. You're a good man. You know what you're doing.
Okay, so I just want to double check so everybody that understands who's talking. Um, so the assistant head of security, which is the man in the white suit, he's going to say something to you guys so you guys can understand his voice when you guys end up, you know, hearing him talk throughout the podcast. So go ahead and say something, assistant head of security for Group Six.
Hey,
So,
nice to meet you. I'm glad to be here. But yeah, nice to meet
so,
everyone.
so
Hope today
let's
goes out well.
yeah. So now you guys understand his voice. The 103 over there is on the far left. You guys can definitely, all of you guys should speak. You guys don't have to stay quiet if you know what I'm saying. Um, that was just for the opening thing that I wanted you guys to stay quiet for. So speak. What do you guys think? What do you guys think is the topic that we should start off on? What's a good topic? What's a good topic to talk about? Go off on Zay Jefferson. What's a good topic? And feel free to speak, guys. Come on, say something.
Oh,
Okay, this is
all right.
this,
So since we're not talking or anything, I'm gonna get back to it. Um, my information to San Andreas, because I know most of you are gonna be watching this, and I'll be very glad for you to watch this. Um, why vote me, Donald J. Trump? Why vote me? Multiple things to vote for is because I'm here to protect this city and make it better. Crime rates, I want them all to go away because I really don't like crime inside my city. Multiple other reasons is because I'm gonna make the police academies longer. I'm gonna make sure that a police force that all the money will come out of my pocket for the academies, so the police departments have to pay nothing. Um, I want to make sure that our LEO and our first responders and everything are getting paid the amount that they need to get paid because they're out here brick by brick making sure the city stays safe, making sure the county and the state staying safe. Um, I respect a lot of these heads around here, like Mr. Gunter. He's gonna be that's Mr. Head of Security's chief over there. He's a pretty good guy, Mr. Gunter. And then you got Mr. Robert Town, which is the commissioner of state police. He's a great guy. I love that man. And Mr. Kovenstein, I think that's his name, sheriff of Los Santos County. He's a pretty good guy. I want to make sure that we are making the right amount of money and everything inside of the state of San Andreas. I want to make sure that all the house prices are on check because I've been seeing these houses been selling for 2 to 3 million
Oh, okay. I think we're having some problems with your audio here. You're cutting in and out.
$300,000 for a little house. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it.
Yeah, I was going to. Let me add on to that. Okay, let me add on to that. So I've noticed that that that.
I'm gonna make sure that
Oh,
we get
oh.
back on our feet, and I want to make sure that What did you say?
Sorry. Hold on. I'm having some problems here with the audio. You can still hear me, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so let me add on to that. I heard you were talking about the fact that real estate pricing is honestly out of this world, and I made a comment on that in the last episode on how we need how you I want to help you lower these housing prices. I own a real estate company. Okay, yes, I hope that's a known. I own a real estate company. End up buying these properties for like triple the amount that they're actually worth. And then I have to end up selling them to people that, in order for my company to make profit, which is what a company is supposed to do, in order for my company to make profit, I have to sell them for more to people that can't afford it. So now, like, how am I really even helping anybody in this state by selling properties that are already selling to me for triple the amount that they're worth? I think we need to have people that can properly price out these properties so it's if a garage is not worth $75,000, that thing could be lowered to like 25 to 50,000. You know what I mean? People in the state have a problem with getting money as is. We have people that like CEOs that barely pay people.
That's right.
All these CEOs are almost only in it for themselves.
That's right. Another thing that I was going to state is I'm not here for the rich. I'm not here for the poor. I'm not here for anybody. But I want to make sure that everybody is the same thing. I want to make sure everybody has the good amount of money. You know what I mean? I don't want anybody to be poor. I don't want anybody to be rich. I don't want anybody to be anything. I know myself. I might have money, but I'm gonna put my money back into the state of San Andreas, the city of San Andreas, because I want to make the city better as a whole group. I want to make this state better, to be honest, because I could believe that I can make this whole state better. Another thing is I'm here for everybody. I'm not just here for one class, the middle class, the low class, the high class. I'm here for everybody. I'm gonna help out everybody. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna make sure my law enforcement are getting paid and first responders are getting paid the amount that they need to get paid. I'm gonna make sure everything's done right. Me and my guys, we are setting up a rally January the 15th. If any of you guys want to come out and support me, there you will be patted down, searched, and everything. Make sure you don't have any weapons trying to bring inside my rally because that will not happen.
Yeah, so I've been I know about that because I was assisting you in coordinating this rally. We have multiple law enforcement agencies hoping to help out for security. So if you guys are caught bringing a weapon into this rally, it's not going to end well. Like that could even be classed as like domestic terrorism. I think, isn't that? Wouldn't that be?
Yeah,
Because
I
that's
think it's domestic terrorism or
yeah,
maybe a attempted murder on a government
yeah,
official.
true,
Government.
true. Speaking of attempted murder, I was almost I don't know I told about it in my last episode, but now we have everybody here to conversate about it. I was almost assassinated. Did you guys hear about that? Anybody hear about that?
I did not. I did not
I
hear.
was
Yeah.
almost
Okay.
I was literally almost assassinated. There was a Christmas Carol like literally on Christmas. There was a Christmas Carol concert that I was watching from afar, and Zay Jefferson, your opposing candidate, shows up in a Buffalo STX with like two other people. These two other people, they have like rifles and stuff. I was assuming they're his security, and he's talking to me about him being his me possibly being an opposing candidate or something. I'm like, nah, man, I just know that you're a governor candidate. That's all. Moments later, I hear in the back from one of his guys saying, "Take the shot." Next thing I know, I'm getting shot in the chest in my vest, in the vest on my chest with a sniper round, and I'm on the ground gasping for air. Dog, I'm so serious. This is I have video proof. It's actually crazy that this happened. I don't like so it's not just me that's getting targeted. I or not just like any other official. It's me too. I don't understand why I'm also getting targeted, but I think that that Zay Jefferson had something to do with that. Because why did he come over to me, talking to me about being his opposing candidate? Next thing I know, I'm getting shot. You know what I mean?
That seems a little fishy to
It
me.
really does. Like I don't know. I think the guy in the white suit, he wished to remain unnamed. But if you guys like to do your little, I don't know, figure out his name, go ahead. But the guy in the white suit, he I believe. Have you ever been shot before?
Many times. I've been
You,
shot many times. Just about, I think 3 hours ago, I was actually involved in a robbery, actually. 3 hours ago,
you
I
were
believe.
what? Somebody was robbing you, or what the hell? This is news.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Well, I recently put some AI models in my car, and I'm kind of going through, Legion, this Buffalo STX, and some black Jeep pull up on me, ram into my car, and next thing I know, I'm getting shot by like four different guys, and then
Damn.
they ended up blowing up my car. Sadly, blew up my car because they couldn't take it, but I've been shot and robbed many times.
That's crazy, and that just clearly shows. And this was in Legion. This was like literally a block away, from 2 blocks or so away from MRPD. That just clearly shows that how the crime in this city is horrible, and that it needs to be fixed. Like, I just noticed that I ended up accidentally doing something with the pictures in the background. Underneath Trump, or no, above Trump is a sign that says loyalty. Above the head of security is a sign that says strength, and above the Group 6 security guy is a sign that says respect. That's actually crazy. I just noticed that I did that. That's crazy because it shows it might, who knows, it might even be just a coincidence or what, but this actually just clearly shows that Trump is actually loyal. Maybe it is.
I'm gonna be loyal to the state of San Andreas. This is I'm actually from New York City, but I came down to state of San Andreas because I saw that there was a lot of hurt in San Andreas. So they were having this government thing. So I ran. I was gonna run. I'm running for governor so I can make this city better. I was the president of the United States. I think I could be the governor of Los Santos.
You, yeah, and that is true. That is true. I remember that. So the fact that you quite literally flew down to San Andreas just to fix it because of its crime and because of how bad it is.
Yes,
That's
sir.
that's I gotta give respect to that because the fact that I've lived in I started my I was born in Virginia and I flew out here because I saw opportunity out here, but I also noticed the crime, and I wasn't really here for the crime. I was here for the fact that there's opportunity for businesses and stuff like that. I that's respectable. The fact that other people than me notice that there's something wrong with this state that needs to be fixed, and I honestly I don't think that I've disclosed it. And I know there's some law enforcement officers here that are in the background that you guys can't see that I've talked with that told me not to disclose any further information about it. But there's only some things that we can talk about from the previous episode. Okay, in the previous episode we talked about the fact that I was recently messaged from one of Zay Jefferson's security agents, and he stated that um, Zay Jefferson paid a hitman to attack me, and this was all public. I was actually live yesterday, or was it yesterday? I believe it was yesterday on my podcast, fully explaining it, and and this was before anything with law enforcement happened. But I contacted law enforcement to see what we could do about that, and they are working behind the scenes to help investigate that. Um, there, this guy quite literally told me live, and Trump, I've told you this before when you got into my office, is that he literally tried to kill me with proof. That day that I told you my assassination attempt, that was Zay Jefferson.
No, I don't believe in any of that. But I I got some recent stuff on Mister the assistant chief. I'll say his name because I everybody's gonna know him. Anyways, his name's Clayton Gunner. He's the chief of Los Angeles Police Department.
Yeah,
Oh, the last podcast I think you said that a different Gunner was the owner of Premium Deluxe Motorsports,
yeah, I
but
wasn't really too sure.
come to find out that Mr. Gunter is actually the chief of LSPD is actually the owner of a dealership.
That's cool.
And on top of that, Mr. Gunter is he's a million dollar person, and he flew from Louisiana and he was a state commissioner down there for a while, and then he came up to Los Santos to be the LSPD chief.
All because of the crime in this.
All the because of the crime.
It just shows that this city needs fixing by the right people, and we have those connections to fix this to fix this state. It's. Do you by chance, Mr. Trump, do you have a running mate? Because I've never met him before. Do you have a running mate?
Say that again.
Do you have a running mate? Because I've never met him before.
I do not have a running mate at this moment.
Okay, so you have some things you got to currently work on, but you still are at least focusing your time on the state of San Andreas. That's cool.
I am. I'm still stating my time on the state of San Andreas. I'm actually going to be looking into finding a running mate to run with me because I know it's going to be really hard trying to take down Mr. Jefferson, but we're gonna get governor inside this state.
I agree. I think now the thing I mainly want to state is that the fact that there shouldn't be a war against candidates and candidates. It should be a civil debate and a civil thing to do. But I mean, come on. If there's valid proof this guy's A. Jefferson trying to kill people, I think he's on the tier with Harold Bishop. You know what I mean? I think he's on. I think he's with like the same level with Harold Bishop, the guy that was apparently a known terrorist running for governor. They have to be equal because this is crazy. Does the head of security have anything to say about that? About Zay Jefferson?
Pretty much the only thing I got to say is like I said, we do got law enforcement officers working to investigate everything that happened between you and Mr. Jefferson. We can't go into detail on exactly what we found and all that, but we have found some pretty interesting evidence pointing against him. So, like I said, with him, he might not be able to be running for long. We'll just say that much.
Interesting. So let's talk about this rally. This rally that wants to be planned for the future of what was it, January 15th?
Yes,
Is it known that that Zay Jefferson found that date out and ended up doing a rally the same day?
I don't know. I don't know how he found out that we were doing it that day, but come to find out, he's actually going to be doing a rally the same day as me. I don't know if he thinks he's gonna try to get all my people over there to be with him, but if he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I'm still going to do my rally no matter how many people's there.
And that is that is valid. That is valid. So now, are you not afraid of anything to happen at your rally? Are you? Because I remember when you were running for president back then, there was another assassination attempt made on your life. and
Yeah, there
and
was.
they failed
I
multiple
got
times.
shot by a guy named Mike. I don't know. I forgot his last name, but Mr. Mike shot me in the ear. But I'm good now. And then I think I went down to I went down to Florida to play golf with some friends, and there was a guy there who was supposed to be trying to assassinate me, but my security guys, Mr. Mr. Smith over here, him and a few of my other guys got together and they found that guy in the bushes.
That is like good job, by the way, Mr. Smith. You found the guys hiding in the bushes. Bro was bush camping there. Yeah, yeah.
Well, well, I mean, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard not to be able to spot a barrel hanging out of a bush, but
Very true. So, with all these few other assassination attempts, you're just not afraid of another one happening at your rally.
I'm not really afraid of anybody. If they want, if it's my time to go, God would call my number. That's all I gotta say.
That
unless
respect to that. Amen
and
to that.
and, and to continue on with the assassination, me and my other security team, or the rest of my security team, we are taking precautions on how to keep stuff like that from happening. We're conjoining forces with LSPD state and the sheriff's office to kind of get up as much law enforcement presence as possible. So hopefully, if anybody does get an idea of trying to do it, they'll think twice about attempting to do anything while they're at the rally.
Yeah, see, I know about that. I know I just was stating that for the viewers that are gonna watch this. I've also offered my assistance with Group Six Security. Their logo is actually in the center there of the table. We've offered our security assistance for the rally, and of course, since I'm the CEO of Group Six Security, I'm going to say yes to it. Um, so with this being said, I just want to clearly state I don't want to drag this on for hours long because the way you guys sound is that you guys start sounding like you guys are tired. So we can wrap this up as in like maybe 8 minutes or so. When it hits the 30-minute mark. So we we have this team right here. Okay, this is what a team of 5 people, just to double check. But yet we have the people that are not actually in this room with us, but behind the scenes assisting. And I want to state this clear because Zay Jefferson told me numerous times that Donald Trump does not do anything for his campaign, and he doesn't have anybody in his campaign. Okay, this right here shows the people that are a part of his campaign. Okay, now how about we take a look at the people behind the scenes? You know, how about we find the people that are actually behind the scenes working on the campaign? How many people are those? How many people do we have there? I think we have way more people than Zay Jefferson. And I gotta say that Zay Jefferson is not a good candidate for the state of San Andreas. A criminal, stating that he wants to help the state of San Andreas. Yet he was working with criminals, a part of his security team, and he had known felons a part of his security team. And then later, when I called him out last episode, he removed them from his security team the same day because he was trying to hide it. He was trying to hide it. And not only that, is that he used AI written information for his campaign speeches. Every speech that he writes, actually, he was called out in the court of San Andreas, the state court. He was actually called out because he showed up to court with AI written documents, and one of the I don't know if it was another attorney or if it was a judge, but they called him out for it, and I just it was just so funny because I was actually there pressing charges against A. Jefferson that same day when I heard that, and I was just, that's crazy. How are you going to openly deny about AI written speeches and AI written everything, but yet you get called out in a courthouse for AI written like case files, and then he told me, and you know this is understandable. He can't properly make the logos, so he got AI to do the logos. Personally, I can respect that. Okay, you're trying to get logos for your campaign to publicize it and promote it. But I mean, come on, you want to support small business. You keep talking about supporting small businesses, and support a small business and 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 give them some money to create your logo, man. It's not that hard. I don't think it's that difficult. Um, but yeah, we can wrap this up if we want to. I know you guys have been wanting to get out of here. If you guys do, you guys want to have anything else to say? Anything else? Any topics to talk about? Maybe get one more topic in.
No, I'm good.
All good.
I'm alright. Pretty
Okay.
good.
All right. So yeah, that's it for CashCast. I'm gonna finalize this one last time. I'm gonna say this every episode until the election. My name is Billy Cash, and I fully endorse Donald J. Trump. Thank you very much. Hope you guys have the best time of your life in San Andreas